Come on. Work with me. Work with me. Everything was working flawlessly the other day.
Of course.
Right? It was
I've
absolutely amazing.
Many times in the field. You test all your equipment. Everything's great
A single little box was checked.
Ah,
That was the issue.
bastards.
At least that I can tell. Yeah. It was as far as I can tell, it was a single little box that was checked. YouTube is freaking out at me right now because I keep starting and stopping the stream, and it's pissing off the website. It's gonna flag me for spam here in a second. It's gonna suck. I've already been demonetized, so I don't really have much to lose, I guess. So okay, that's not working. Work with me. God damn. I think I'm just going to ditch Facebook altogether. I think that's what my plan's going to be. I think I'm just going to move on to Twitch and never use Facebook. That's what's going to happen.
Well, your 1,400 followers. What are they going to do?
They're going to see a link show up every week on Facebook. Is telling. I'm going to start getting messages too. I've got there's these 3 particular guys that if I'm not online in time, they start shooting me messages asking where the hell I am.
That's nice to have dedicated fans.
Well, I was going to say, it feels good. It's kind of fun, Okay, so the video is not great, and I'm going to blame Restream. I think I'm going to have to fiddle with Restream at some point and figure out what the hell's going on. So I think we will... I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. The stream is good. Output is good. You know what? That's what we'll do. We'll do that. Quality is not as good, but it ran smoother. That's what we'll do. And I'm a solid 13 minutes late, which is basically on time.
Not good in the Army. You'd be charged.
There. So, yeah, okay, so that's got to be the issue. Okay, all right. So I've tagged you in this one this time around, and we should be good to go. Okay, it's great. Going live. We're making it happen.
Awesome.
The picture quality is garbage, but there's nothing I can do about it because actually the picture quality just cleared up a bit. Okay, maybe the settings are fine now. Who knows? Who's the one person watching? It's not telling me who it is. All right. Whatever. Chris Shefflow. Chris, buddy. How's everything look? Let us know. We're pushing forward. We're going to make things happen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 157 of the Maritime Wilson podcast. My name is Brad Odell, and with me I have none of my regular co-hosts, as you can tell. But I do have a fine gentleman here by the name of Jay. He runs tactical74.com, which is what you're going to learn all about tonight if you stick around long enough. So, stick around. Excellent. Chris says we look sexy. Seamus O'Flattery says... Flaherty. Seamus Flaherty.
That's Bear.
That's a fantastic name, though. Love that. That's great.
How you doing, Bear?
Ryan McGee has shown up. Joy Connors is here. Excellent. They're all starting to pile in now, right? They're all just waiting anxiously. They're just like, oh, man, it's going to be going live. And then the stream came up and down and up and down. And then it's just like, bam, we're here. So real quick, before we get started, we just need a quick shout out to Tier1armament.com. Basically, we're gonna. I'm all kerfuffled now. A shout out to our the people who make this possible. So Tier1armament.com is one of them. They're fantastic. They're a Canadian MagFed paintball and airsoft distributor. We also have Ripple Industries, tactical gear, equipment, and paintball. RippleInd.ca is pretty much a Canadian go-to for any airsoft or paintball, airsoft soft goods, paintball hard goods, I guess. Free shipping on anything over $99. So those two guys. And we also have MIC gear, which I don't have a frame for yet. I'm working on it. Give me time. But MIC gear, or Made in Canada gear, great guy, custom soft goods, has done some great work so far that I've seen. Dude came up with a dog toy and something else. I can't remember what it was. But it was great. It was awesome. We had him on the podcast. I'll be more prepared next week. So, with the formalities out of the way, Jay, let's get down to business. But let's talk about you. Let's talk about Tactical 74.
Well, thank you very much. Happy to be on.
Awesome. Glad to have you. So it's the slogan for the website is, or I guess it's your slogan. I guess it's a slogan. It's on your banner behind you.
Yeah.
It's what is it? Is
it veterans helping veterans?
Okay. So fill us in. What's it all about?
What Tactical 74 is a collection of veteran-owned businesses. When I first started the business, I was looking at trying to do something myself and get into that business. When I retire, hopefully it'll work and keep me going, so I'm not working at Walmart. But I found that there isn't anything out there to help veteran businesses and veterans succeed. And getting a little discouraged and nothing was working. So I decided to kind of shift my focus and say, forget this. You know what? I'm going to get our like-minded individuals together, because as I was kind of going through this, I found that, he's got a company and he's got a company, and we're all struggling and we're all trying to chase that carrot, but none of us could reach it at the same time. So that's where I decided, well, you know what? Let's band together. We are, as soldiers, we're never alone on the battlefield. So why should we be alone in business? And
I like it.
I gathered us together and giving people an opportunity to sell their wares in one kind of collected spot. We're almost the Amazon of the veterans world, if you will.
Oh, that's a really, you know what? You need to come up with that.
Yeah.
Like in a way that Amazon's not going to sue your ass for.
Well, that's the other issue, right? But our focus really is, we want to get veterans businesses to succeed in life, right? And at the same time, we want to make some meaningful partnerships with the veteran community. So we really push a lot of money into veteran charities. So every portion of every sale goes into a veterans charity, as well as when you buy it from the veteran, they also put a little bit money off to the side as well. So the veterans charities kind of double dip when they get a sale through us. But it's really all about helping each other out and giving us an opportunity to sell. Somebody like Brandon from MIC Gear, he has great products and he's been selling to all of his friends and selling on Facebook, but he doesn't have a website. He doesn't have an e-commerce suite. So this is where I come in and I give him the e-commerce suite and the website so he can post his stuff up. And we're getting international business. In fact, today I got a sale for 2 items from Algeria in Africa.
From Algeria.
Yeah, and this is something that the veteran who's whittling away making a widget in his basement so he kind of wards off his PTSD wouldn't think he'd be selling to somebody in Africa, right? So
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy how every month we're getting busier and more sales, and it's really starting to take off, which is great to see. So
yeah, absolutely. That's a sale in Algeria. That's cool.
Yes.
So how long has Tactical 74 been around? So or T74 or whatever we want to call it.
Yeah, well, short form for T74, but Tactical 74 has kind of been about a year and a half. I kind of started something while I was overseas and wasn't working well, so we kind of shifted our focus. And for the last year, we've really kind of pushed the collection of veterans together and making it, instead of just me making something to try to sell, now it's all of us. And you know,
I
so
like
for
it.
about a year and a half in total.
Okay, so it's still pretty much in its infancy, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not, it has been around for ages, but definitely a ton of room to grow.
Oh yes.
I'm loving. I'm being a really terrible host. I'm actually surfing the website right now,
Oh, feel free
while
to
I'm
put an
on
order
here,
in.
and we're actually, you know what I can do. I can do this. It's it's awesome. The website is just fantastic. I can't explain it because I'm trying to do two things at once and it's not working. Um, I feel terrible for this. I can't talk and do it all at the same time. But okay, we're gonna transfer. I'm actually on the website right now, so we're gonna play on this. Um, but we're gonna go from left to right. We got this is the best website ever. I can get T-shirts, hoodies, ladies' clothes. Not that I need ladies' clothes, but swag, camping gear, chocolate, military gear, fishing supplies, racing gear, supplements, bags, and cases. Like I could buy chocolate and Kydex all at the same time.
That's
Uh,
right.
that is wild to me. That is a perfect perfect mix of of a website. Like it's. I like that it's not zoned in to the point where it's focusing only on one particular thing.
Well, and that's it, right? Veterans, they have a wide range of interests.
Yeah,
Well, we have Petite Patrie Chocolate out of the East Coast. They are she's ex-army, and her passion is chocolate. So she's just finished her chocolatier. Congratulations, Amy! And she's now an official chocolatier, and she is making phenomenal stuff. So we sell two pieces of her chocolates online, and it's to die for. It's not your Snickers bar at the grocery store. It's this is premium chocolate.
this is
And
real chocolate.
yeah, and if you're in the East Coast area, you definitely got to go and check her out because she does a lot of little boutiques around, and you can buy a lot more than what we have on the website. And she's always coming up. She had a bunch of Easter egg stuff for Easter, and so what we really try to focus on is what does the veteran want to sell, and we'll put it on the site. If you want to make jewelry because you find that the focus helps you with your PTSD, great, make jewelry, and I'll
Right.
have a place for you to sell it. And if you want to make slings and gun holsters, fine, that's awesome, we'll sell it. So we try to be open for any of our veterans for whatever they want to sell. So Tactical Beaver, for example, he was really into t-shirts. So he has some women's clothing and some men's clothing, and they're fantastic shirts. They're really soft, really nice, beautifully done. And he just started getting into supplements. So you'll find that there's some supplements there.
Yeah, I've seen that. The Tactical Beaver, like it was like whey protein and something else. Like that's
Some pre-workout and
just
some,
lost. I was just looking at it.
or something like that.
Yeah, wait,
And
pre-work whey protein and whatever a BCAA hydrator is. I don't know what that.
yeah, if you're really into pushing heavy things around the gym, this is the stuff for you. So, in fact, we have now customers in Algeria that are ordering this stuff.
What's with Algeria using your website? I don't know. Is there less customs tax for shit from Canada? Is that?
I don't know.
Like,
but it's that was a new one today for us, so I was pretty happy that we okay, sure, some US sales here and stuff like that, but I haven't broken into the African market until today. So
yeah, that's really I wonder if there's no Canadian base in Algeria, is there?
I don't know, and I couldn't tell you if I did.
Right. Okay, maybe rephrase that. Is there a publicly known operating base of some kind? Anyways, Um, that's cool, man. That is awesome, and I love your mentality too. It's like it's your. It's not so much that you're. How do I word it? I'm terrible with words tonight, but it's not giving them something to do to help with the PTSD. It's just being like, okay, you already found what you want to do. I'm going to help you make money with it.
And that's it.
Right.
You know, I've been a soldier for a very long time, and my wife can attest to this too. But yeah, Brandon Dooley's saying, "Shh, don't say that." But but what I find that every time I go on a deployment overseas, it takes a little bit longer to come back, and every mission takes just a little bit longer. And we all find different ways, and we have different troubles, and you know you can go to the medic, and he'll try to prescribe whatever and tell you how to handle your PTSD, and we can talk about it.
Yeah, he's going to
But
regurgitate a book.
yeah, he's got the book and he's regurgitating it, but that doesn't really work. And the government doesn't have, I hate to say it, a lot of programs to really help us, especially now that Afghanistan's done. They figured, okay, the war's over, we can close the book and we can move on.
Everybody back to real life. Yeah. All right.
And even when you go, like you'll go to the MIR, that's our hospital,
Mhm.
and you'll get the term of, oh well, it's not Afghanistan, so it's not as bad, and you hear that often, and it's like, well, I've been over here and I've been over there, and it's not where I've been, it's the amount, right? And everybody handles it differently, and everyone needs a different way to work through their issues. It may be maybe physical issues, it may be mental issues, whatever your issue is, you need to find an outlet for it, and a way around it. And it's great to see that a lot of these veterans, they are, I don't want to say self-medicating, because that can be wrong in so many ways, but
skewed the wrong way. It could be,
yeah. But in a good way, that they're finding something that they like to do. I have one gentleman, Clarence. He's lures for vets, and he loves to make fishing lures. So he's got a little shed out in the back.
Oh man, you could sink thousands of hours into making lures.
And he makes a ton of lures a day, and that's his thing. Right. So I have a bunch of his lures up on our site in the fishing gear, and what he ends up doing is a lot of it goes right back to his own veterans charity as well. So like he doesn't really, he keeps enough to buy some more hooks and tosses the rest in, right? And
yeah,
so it's great to see that as a community, us veterans are really looking after ourselves, and we got to look after our brothers. No one else is out there, right?
It's sad, but yeah, that's the truth. Yep. I like that you've pointed out that a lot of these business owners, essentially, it sounds like a lot of them aren't doing it for the money. It's sort of like, I think you'd mentioned before we went on the air that you're giving them a place to sell it, because otherwise they would just end up with piles of the stuff everywhere, because they're going to keep making it. Like, I'm sure if he didn't have a spot to sell those lures, he would just open the shed and lures would just spill out onto the floor or something. You know what I mean? Like,
pretty much. He sends me a package of lures every once in a while too, and
right, they pile up fast. They pile up fast. My grandfather made fishing flies for the longest time, and there would be times you'd walk into the back shed and he'd have an ingenious way of holding them up. It was a piece of styrofoam, and he'd stick the hook in, and but you'd go, and then overnight there was like a 6-foot wall was full of flies. You're like, the hell did you do?
Yep.
So I can totally understand something like that.
We have a few veterans as well. They don't actually make anything. They are solely fixated on helping others out. So we have Sean from Spartan Fishing Adventures. He's if you go into our friends site section of our site, you'll see him. And all he does is he takes out first responders and veterans fishing for free.
Oh, that's awesome.
You just show up, jeans and a t-shirt or whatever.
Get in a boat and away we go.
Take you out fishing, and it gives you that break from reality and allows you to, talk to somebody who's been there, who's done that, who's has his own demons,
Right.
and
Yeah.
work through it.
And it's a place where there's no walls, so you don't have to worry about the walls having ears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's even Cadence Mental Health as well. So they're friends of us, our site as well, and they're kind of located all throughout. They started out in the East Coast, and they are really helping for mental health for veterans.
Good.
And it's free, so you can walk in, and even if you're a family member, so like your wife is noticing that you're having issues, she can go in, she can talk as well, right? So
That's awesome. That's exactly what needs to be done.
oh yes,
And the fact that it's offered for free is
well,
just great.
it needs to, right?
Yeah.
A lot
It's
of us, we are on fixed incomes, and
Yep.
if you're out of the army because of medical release, you're even worse off. So instead of sleeping on the streets like you see some of the veterans are,
Yeah.
we're there to help, and that's why we kind of push as much as we can to the veterans charities. So
Good.
I'm not here to
what actually? Sorry. What are some of the charities? Like, is there a handful in particular, or is it just like everybody has a different one, and there's like a dozen different ones?
yeah, a lot of our vets will put their own money to charity as well. So like True Patriot Love is a veterans charity that Tactical Beaver puts his money towards.
Okay.
Corporal for Life, he's a good guy on our site, Nick. He has he's going to probably yell at me for this one. He has a charity that helps with PTSD service animals in the
very cool
area, that kind of stuff.
Neat.
If I'm not mistaken. And so they have their own charities as well, but Tactical 74, I try not to align myself directly with a charity because there's so many good ones out there. So what I try to do is sprinkle along. So when I get a little bit of money, we put it here. Get a little bit of money, we put it there.
That makes sense.
Put it over there.
Don't want to tie yourself down to one and not another.
Because they're all fantastic. They're doing great work. And, the money that I'm giving them is not going to be life-changing anyways. But it's a little something, right? So.
Yeah, I hear that. It's small, but it's something. So,
exactly.
There you go, right? So how does a business or a vet become part of the Tactical 74 family?
You know what? It's really easy. Send me a message, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or directly from the website. You can just send me a message. You can say, hey, I'm a vet. I have this product, or I have this service, or I just want to be friends. And
cool.
Start that dialogue with me, and we'll get you up. One thing that I talk with all the vets is I'm not here to make a lot of money on this. In fact, one day maybe it might break even, but I'm about helping. So I don't, unlike Amazon where there's a monthly subscription fee plus there's a per item listing fee and that sort of stuff. I don't charge you any of that. There's only a charge when there's a sale, and I take a small percentage just to help keep maintaining the website.
You got to keep the lights on, man.
Yeah, you got to keep the lights on, unfortunately. And so there's no risk, right? So if you have a product you want to try to sell and no one buys it, you're not out money, trying to push that investment.
I like that. It's a great way to do things. That's very 21st century, I guess. Like you said, there's no risk. It's who else does that? Square did that. That was like the revolutionary thing. You make a sale, they make a portion of it. You don't make a sale, you're not out. There's no risk. So that's awesome. That's a great way to do it.
Well, like I said, a lot of them, they don't have a lot of money. This is their way. And hey, if I sell it, awesome. If I don't sell it, it stays in the basement.
Right, there you go. Right. It kicks around. No big deal. So does everything ship out of your location, or is it just sort of like you send the order to that person?
Yeah, I kind of almost like do a drop shipment.
Okay.
So like everything will come through me, and then once I get an order, and I try to cross-contaminate the orders, if you will. So like somebody who wants to go for a Highlander tactical holster may also be interested in some chocolate.
So
Right.
if a chocolate bar happens to fall into the box, you're like, oh, I don't know what happened. But if you
Oh,
want
yeah.
more,
Oh, it's in my cart. Check out, right?
yeah,
And then what happens? It comes to me, and then I give the portion of the one order that way, and a portion of the order to that
cool.
way, and they send you their own products. So
Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. That
yeah,
keeps things simple, I guess. Yeah. That
yeah.
way you don't have a basement full of stuff.
Well, that's it. I don't want to, you know, have a whole basement full of stuff too. Going, oh, geez, I really need a sale on lures.
Right? He just keeps shipping them. He's
Yeah.
like, that's. Sorry. I just picture just like every day dreading to check the mail. Like, fuck, there's another envelope full of lures.
Yeah.
So, I had another question there. It said, actually, I wrote a question down earlier. I wrote a bunch of them down. And one of them actually just says, what do you get out of it? But I like that you've answered that like 12 times now. That you just like literally said, I just want to help.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's great.
It's not going to be my retirement plan, or at least not yet. Anyways,
who knows? Maybe it'll explode one day. You'll just be like, and
Yeah.
suddenly you're like the Canadian Amazon,
that would be awesome.
the Canadian tactical Amazon. There you
Yes.
go.
Yeah. We take a small chunk of the sale just to keep the lights on, but
Yeah.
really, I turn around and I put actually more than that into charities out of my own pocket. So, last year, I don't want to say how much I lost, or because my wife is probably listening right now.
Dude, that's that one that we couldn't see.
Yeah.
Just watching like incognito. She's like, that he's gonna tell me how much money he's wasted. I'm gonna catch him. I know all about the dumping money in. My God.
Yep.
And it's funny because you mentioned earlier that you said you're not huge. You're not like a paintball or airsoft oriented company. But the fact that you are extremely charity oriented actually lines you up perfectly with paintballers. We are notoriously bad for giving stuff away. There's more events held every year that none of the money goes anywhere except to a charity. Like it just 100% of it goes to charity. To the point where it's actually almost a fault. We have a hard time. Some events have a hard time actually happening every year because they don't keep any of the money from the previous year.
Right.
They're going into the red every year. They'd be like, oh man, we made $2,000 this event. Let's give away $2,200. Like there's they give away more than they make. So I think I'm hoping maybe some of us paintballers and airsoft players that are seeing this. Maybe especially the airsoft players, like their markers are 1-to-1, so I'm sure that they could definitely get a use out of some of that Kydex stuff.
And we're adding stuff all the time as well. So like, if you don't see anything there today that you really want, that's fine. Come back in a week. Actually, better yet, sign up for we have a little subscription thing in there. Sign up for the subscription. And I'm always adding new veterans and new product all the time. So there may be something that you might like. And
there we go.
If you still feel like you want to give, buy a Tactical 74 t-shirt.
Right.
Those under that Tactical 74 signature collection section, you'll find there's a whole bunch of t-shirts there, and I'm always coming up with a new design and tossing it on, and that helps us keep the lights on a little more. And
yeah, you sent me a picture of what was it, the most popular one you have.
Yeah, the Punisher one there. Yeah,
which I need to. Ooh, there it is. Wow, that's way smaller than it's supposed to be. Let's get that a little bigger, so people can actually see the bloody thing. Here we go. There we go. That's gonna make it visible. I'm loving that, the Till Valhalla, the Brotherhood.
Yep.
I love that. That's very cool. Very. I don't know. It just works. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm partial to Norse mythology, so anything that has Valhalla in it, I'm just like, yeah, I don't care what it is. I like it.
And that's it. Like the Army, we're very much a brotherhood, or the military itself. It doesn't have to be the Army, Navy, Air Force, Air Force. But,
except like you got to use the Air Force gets picked on. Everybody needs a little brother to pick on. So
well, you know what? It's important for us to get to our location, and those guys are great for that.
There, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're very much a brotherhood, and when I say brotherhood, I mean that in the most inclusive way possible, including our sisters in arms.
Mm-hmm.
Right. we are a tightly knit family. You can run into battle to drag your wounded buddy, it's a safety, and you don't even know his name, but you're going to do it without thinking of it
Yeah,
because
no question, no hesitation.
and there's a kind of a little mantra in the army world of till Valhalla kind of thing, where warriors, when they die on the battlefield, will you know enjoy a good dinner in the halls of Odin, and it's one of those till Valhalla, brother. Let's lock and load, right? And
Yeah, it makes sense.
we're bringing that spirit to the shirts because hey, we're helping our brothers out, and
yep.
We're going to keep marching forward, and
keep that family feeling, that family mentality, even outside of the military, right? Like it's
and everybody has Seamus to say don't hate on the Air Force. I know this is Air Force, but he used to be a submariner, so he's cool.
That's like one pair. That's like so going from underwater to the clouds. That is a full extreme one there. We have a guy, friend of mine. He's in the Air Force. We give him shit almost on a weekly basis. So it's. I don't know. Everyone's got a little brother to pick on, and I guess the Air Force is sort of the military's little brother. I guess I don't know. So don't worry about it. Soon it'll be the cyber guys. It'll be the guys that like in the air conditioned rooms with the computers that are doing all the fancy computer stuff. They'll be the ones that get to make fun of. So
with the glasses.
Exactly right. Yeah, they don't have to do PT.
Well, you know what? We're all cogs, right, in the wheel, and I've seen it where. You've got the big door kickers, and they're strutting around like they know everything. And but they're not going to get to the field if the clerk hasn't, made the arrangements. And everybody has a role, right? But it is nice to have that little bit of camaraderie where we can kind of poke fun at each other. And
oh man, if you don't have that, you'd go insane.
Oh yeah, and God knows I've been in the field long enough that you contemplate sitting. In an airplane, as opposed to, chest deep in a swamp going, man, this sucks. I should have picked Air Force.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that mentality happening, especially, get to hang out in a swamp for 2 days and you're just like, man, it'd be, that jet's got air conditioning and.
Yeah, or you see the Navy guys posting pictures of, their time in Hawaii and.
Oh yeah.
You're in Shiloh, Manitoba. It's raining on you.
The most miserable place on the planet.
Oh God, yeah.
Shiloh, Manitoba. Just Manitoba in general. I hate to say it. Yeah. So yeah, it's Seamus there. Techs keep operators working. Yeah, it's true. I mean,
and that's it. Eh? We all have our role in life, and can't do one without the other. So.
Exactly. Planes don't go without fuel, and it's hard to go into battle if the dude who pushes paper didn't buy bullets.
Hey, you know what? I joined the Army in '94 as a reservist, and I try not to do too many war stories for you, but I've been on exercises back in the dark '90s when they had the.
Hold up! Explain what the hell's the dark '90s?
They did a force reduction and they wanted to slash and burn all the budgets as bad as they can.
Oh, okay.
And it was the dark '90s. Like
that definitely makes sense. Yeah, dark '90s.
Yeah, we deployed to the field once for a weekend exercise, and we didn't have bullets.
Did you yell bang at each other or what? Like
yeah, that was pretty much it. You'd run around, you go bang, 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 and it's so hard to you want to train realistic.
So that
you go to these places, you know what to do. But how do you take it seriously when you're running around the forest going bang, bang, bang? The support weapon guy on the belt fed machine gun.
Poor bastard.
Brap, and bring up the Carl G. Whoosh. It's like, oh.
Just whoosh and hope somebody on the other forest yells boom.
Yeah. It was a dark day in the '90s, and
oh my God, okay, I could see why that would just be like blindly frustrating for you guys, but I'm sure whoever was running the course was probably just laughing their ass off the entire
Wow.
time.
You know, yeah, the enemy force is just, oh, he got me. You know, it's bad.
Bunch of trained soldiers. Bang! I got you. No, you didn't. It missed.
So I can relate to the airsofters.
Oh, snap! We actually we've got those guys in paintball. You just shoot them, and it's like boom, and they're like, "You didn't hit me." Like it's like, what, you son of a bitch. I think that's why everyone started wearing GoPros on their masks now.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We had matches that where blind fire is not allowed, and we actually had to go to the GoPro footage to show that his mask had come around the corner just split second before we brought the marker around, because it was literally he opened up and all we heard was, "Nope, that doesn't count." Fuck. Okay. Sorry, that airsofter joke was great. That was awesome. Okay. What's the future hold for Tactical 74? Like, are you just sort of like cruising right now and just maintaining course here, or do you have like any plans? What's going on?
No, we're you know what, we're pushing ahead as fast as we can. We're trying to make a lot of meaningful partnerships, right? Like, we want to get involved with a lot of the charities and a lot of the different events. So, the Corporal for Life guys, Nick, he's doing fantastic work down in the Windsor area, and you'll always see him at one of the reserve mess there, or he does a lot of Windsor Spitfire games, and you'll see him out on a lot of events. A lot of our other veterans are always doing different things as well, but as Tactical 74, with the Tactical 74 banner, we're trying to hit some of the local areas in the Ottawa area. We were at Marked Paintball for their swap meet. We were down at Stingers down in Belleville for their Airsoft Expo. And, so we're trying to branch out. We're trying to get ourselves known. So you're going to see a lot of us in a lot of different areas. But most importantly, we're trying to hook up with a lot of the different charity veterans, charity organizations out there for the veteran community. We were talking with Many to One. They do a PTSD work, and they have a pretty cool little video where you can buy their PTSD. I don't know if I should say it online or not, but PTSD.
All right, good enough.
So they have the little stick figure there, just enjoying the PTSD, and
I need to go find that now.
Yeah,
that.
They want you to buy the patch, and the money goes towards PTSD charity, and so we're trying to make all these nice little partnerships along with with the community, try to spread the wealth, and also hook up with as many veteran companies as we can. Whether you sell on our site or not, we still want to be part of your life. And there's Veterans Welding out in the prairies area. He does some fantastic stuff, and we've been also talking with 42 Metalworks, and he's out of Alberta, and he does phenomenal custom metal fabrication. So if you wanted and a lot of our one thing I like, that he makes this fire pit out of all metal, but
okay.
he engraves or cuts out with his laser torches all of the Star Wars figures all the way around it.
Oh, that's nifty.
Yeah,
that's
it's cool. Pretty cool. He's got a lot of different little theme ones like that as well. But he can do anything you want, right? And
that'd be awesome. It would cost me a damn fortune to have a ship from Alberta, though. I was thinking, like, how much do I really want that for the house? And I kind of do.
So and we're trying to reach out to these guys and bring them into the family, and even if they don't sell on our site, we want to be their friends. We want to be able to push out, even like Arrowhead Coffee. We were selling their stuff for a little while, but they are branching out, and they're everywhere now, and
yeah, they got big fast.
Yeah, you want some good coffee. Arrowhead's pretty good at that, and
speaking of, I gotta buy some coffee.
Yeah. But we're always trying to make friends with our brothers in the community and help them out. So you're going to see a lot more products, a lot more veterans coming up soon, and you're going to come and see everywhere else. And I see somebody, Alfred, wants me to come out to the Fire Team Challenge on May 26th.
Yeah, Alfred's always promoting that. That's his baby.
Yeah, it's his baby, eh? But then I have to ask Alfred, where is the Fire Team Challenge?
So it's like Commando Action Centers in just outside of Ottawa.
Oh, is it? Okay. Hey, you know what? Shoot me an email there, Alfred, and we can link up and come out.
It's a great spot. The field owners, Dave and Marie, are absolutely amazing people. They every year they host this year it's going to be 1,300 players.
Oh, wow.
Big game, 1,300 players. Yeah, it's a blast. It's a wicked time. That's actually the event that I'm emceeing.
Nice.
So I get to be on stage. That's why I can't have any beer.
I'll have a drink for you.
Thank you. Excellent. I'm gonna need a lot of people to do that for me. I even gave the missus like a list of food. I'm like, don't buy this, because I have zero willpower.
Well, and that's it. You go to we went to that Airsoft Expo down in Stingers that Chuck hosted, and it was great. There's a lot of veteran businesses there. Black Bear Gear was there selling his stuff, and
Nice.
He's on that site. And Gray Fox was there, and so there's a lot of guys there that we kind of know in the community. And it's one of those things like, hey, how much for that? And okay, I just made a sale, but I got that as well. And so guys are now selling stuff so they can buy something from the other end.
That I can just picture a ton of guys just being like, man, how much for that? Like, $50. Awesome. Kid, come here, buy this so I can buy that.
Yeah.
Help me out here. Adam's saying that you're more than welcome to set up at a booth at Operation Honey Badger in Picton, Ontario. That is an event that Tactical 74 would be 100% fitting in. It is a MagFed only event, so the markers that'll be used are MagFed only. 90% of the guys there get decked out like it looks like a bad action film. Because everybody is decked out to the nines except for a handful of us.
Right.
So yeah, a lot of the teams will coordinate the uniforms and everything. It's ridiculous. There's guys. I watched one dude go in and he had the actual the medical kit on his leg.
Nice.
And I was like, "What are you even are you certified to use that? Are you even allowed to open the zipper? Do you know what's in there? You come at me with a tourniquet, I'm breaking your fingers." It's.
That's one thing I've noticed. The airsofters, boy, they definitely have a lot of kit on them, and I've had a lot of sand on my boots, and I tell you, I ran with half that gear.
That's the best part, right? We've got I went to an open house for the New Brunswick Airsoft Association, and I not making fun of them. I'm just impressed at how far some of these guys go. One dude does nothing but a pure Russian outfit. So he's got AKs and style guns of some kind. Anyways, but his uniform was actual Russian uniform, and underneath it, his undershirt was white with the blue stripe. I was like,
awesome.
I was like, where did you get, did you go to Walmart and find this and be like, damn, that's the one they wear? Or did you Google this and find a supplier? Because that looks like the shirt they use in the bad action movies. But a lot of these dudes are decked out. The, Adam's mentioning, Steve from Tier 1 Armament will be there.
Oh, good.
So Tier 1 Armament will be setting up there. That's where I'll be hanging out, feet up in the booth. Because I'm lazy and it'll probably be hot. I don't want to get sweaty. No kidding. But absolutely, man. That would be a great spot for Tactical 74. A great spot for a lot of the guys. I'm hoping Brendan can be there. That'd be nice. Yeah,
we'll have to see if Dooley wants to come. I know Bear wants to join me, so
there we go.
A bunch of us.
Awesome. Bring stuff, man, because I'm sure you'll get people buying if it's something that they can strap to themselves and look even cooler in a photo. That is ultimately the goal. It doesn't have to be functional. It just needs, like, I'm sure that med kit that Buddy had is probably just like full of crunched up newspaper.
Yeah, it looks cool, right?
Right, exactly. It looks badass.
No, we had when we were at the Airsoft Expo down at Stingers, we brought our T-74 photo booth with us.
Neat.
So we built this photo booth, and you push the button, it'll take your picture and upload it directly to our Twitter account.
Oh, that's ingenious. That's great.
So you can go to our Twitter account, you can see all the photos. But the best part is I photo bombed every single one of those photos.
Oh,
beautiful. Whether I was sticking out the side, sticking over the other way.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Having a great time with that. So
you're gonna bring that. I want a photo taken. Just saying.
Yeah.
I don't get decked out though. I look like a rental player. I'm there in like a black t-shirt and jeans. But because of the beard, everyone's always just like, "You look JTF." I'm like, nah. JTF doesn't have guts.
You wouldn't know he was JTF.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. And I see Alfred wants to get a hold of me. Alfred, you can get a hold of me on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can even just go right to the website, and you can hit our contact information there and just send us an email. I'm open, man. Anybody wants me out anywhere, we'll be more than happy to accommodate. Like I said, the more sales we get, the more we can push to charity, right? So come buy a t-shirt.
Yeah, buy a shirt, you cheap bastards. That's the downside, though. Paintballers, oh my God, they're cheap. We don't like spending money. Or if we do, we spend it all at once. It's just like one go once a year. Just here's $1,000. Give me everything I need. T-shirt and shorts, that's right, Sage. Got to play comfortable, man. You got to play comfortable. Dooley's wondering about Tinder.
No, Dooley, I do not have a Tinder account.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. I should make a podcast Tinder account.
Yeah, right, eh?
How would I use that?
So do you swipe right to like?
I don't know.
Right, yeah.
Apparently it's right. Dooley knows. I'm just thinking, like, how can I do that? Because I've been playing around with the idea of taking the podcast and doing Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and Pornhub. So yeah, they've got a safe for work section, and YouTube booted some like massive firearm channel. Like they demonetized them entirely.
Oh yeah,
because they advocated the sales of firearms.
Well, you know what? I hate to say it too. Even Facebook, like I put a lot of our products up on Facebook. Just here you can see our stuff because some people surf on Facebook, not the website, and it's a good way to link to the website. Mm-hmm. And Facebook keeps flagging my holsters and Kydex stuff from Highlander Tactical as gun-related products. I'm like, no, I'm not selling firearms. Stop.
Right. So that's a big issue. I've actually noticed with this podcast since they rolled out those rules, because we say the word milsim a lot, and the word gun a lot. We've actually noticed that our reach, they're artificially holding our reach back.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It sucks. But then that's when I found that the dudes that I think it's called Shot Show TV, I think is what they call themselves.
I watched that.
They do reviews. They're like the Top Gear for firearms. And and then they were like, yeah, we moved over to Pornhub's safe for work section. I was like, that's ingenious.
That's great.
Because Pornhub's rules strictly state as long as it is not illegal content, then they won't touch you.
Well, and that's it. Like with Tactical 74, like I'll sell you anything that you want to sell, but there are some restrictions that trying to do for shipping and that sort of stuff in Canada. we stay away from the actual firearm sales, and we stay away from any of the prescription drugs and the marijuana. I know it's becoming legal soon, but
but anything that requires a permit and certification is just you're asking for a headache.
Yeah, and we want to stick to selling you a holster and chocolate and T-shirts.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be able to buy holsters and chocolate. And Dooley's got a great idea. Paint Hub.
Paint Hub. There you go.
Is that registered? Can I register that domain? Paint Hub.
Dooley's out there right now trying to register it.
You know what? It's registered in the UK, but not anywhere else.
PaintHub.ca. Here we come.
I might do that. I might go buy Paint Hub. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to buy it. That's what's going to happen. I'm getting too excited over this idea. I'll give Dooley like, I don't know, 10% of all revenue for giving me the idea. What are we at? We're at 46 minutes. Okay, perfect. I need to take some time. I want to talk about the events that are coming up that we're going to be attending. First and foremost, super excited. The podcast, or at least 2/4 of us, half of us, will be attending the Snake Eater Proxy Wars event. This is a MegFed Uprising, MegFed Solution, and Milsig Director handling this one. So, going to be a wicked time. I've never been to the field before, and I can't wait. It's in North Carolina. The trip is going to be awesome. We're filming the whole trip. We're doing like a small documentary kind of thing. Really excited for that. We've actually figured it out, and we're pretty sure we packed more camera gear than paintball gear, which I don't know if we're proud of or not. We'll figure it out. Really excited. I can't wait to go. The cool thing, too, is that the field it's at is called Command Decision War Game Center. They hold an event called Platoon Leader, which is a 48-hour or 24-hour game. 24, 48, forget now. But it is it is a very limited number of players, and they actually work it out that I think it's 1 or 2 people per acre.
Oh, wow.
So you can very easily sneak past groups of people if they don't, do things right. They try to keep it as realistic as they can. It's based on the training that the military actually goes through, except it's with paintball, so it's a little bit closer engagement range. But yeah, it's pretty hardcore. I guess like some of the guys who run the sniper setups they'll like study the terrain and custom build the ghillie suits to match the terrain perfectly.
That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, there's some guys like they get there the day before, and you can see them like actually like sewing in the local grass like into their suits and stuff. It's pretty nuts. So can't wait to experience this field. It's going to be awesome. I've been warned though that it is nothing but hills, and so that's going to suck. But whatever. Next one coming up, Seabreeze Outlaws, pump and pistol paintball event is it's going to be a good time. It's pump and pistol only. It is a cowboy themed game. There's a sharpshooter competition. There's a quick draw competition. There's a Western themed costume contest. So it's going to be a good time. Like it's an event. It's one of those events where nobody wins and nobody loses. There literally is no score. And if there is, nobody remembers what it is because you're just laughing too much and having too much fun screwing around in cowboy hats, shooting pistols at each other. Like that's like it's
Nice.
At least 3 people try to pull a Wyatt Earp. So that's kind of thing. I'm really looking forward to that. I cannot wait for that event. D-Day is coming up. Very excited for that. I cannot wait to MC this event again. 1,300 players. I'm going to be helping command one of the teams, the Allied Forces. I'll actually be leading the charge off the boats into what is essentially just a wall of fire. So I'm going out in a blaze of glory multiple times. And I expect everyone there with me.
Lead from the front.
Exactly. I'm terrible for leading from the front in the sense that, and I did it once, and it comes up every once in a while. I bring it up, but also the guys bring it up, is the fact that the one time, I think it was my first or second time commanding a team, and a dude refused to move up, and he kept just like long balling, and he was not being effective. He was not being useful, so I shot him and said, "Get off my field." So that was cool. That was fun. And I was given permission last year because I couldn't get the team to move up. They'd stagnated. They got scared. They didn't want to move up. But we needed to. And I came over the radio. I said, they're not moving. And the general of the actual team, of the whole team, knew who I was, and he knew of the antics of my past. And he just came over the radio and he just said, "Dude, just bust out the Soviet rules." Okay. Move forward or I shoot you in the back.
Yep.
And then last but not least, the one that I am most excited and terrified for is my event, the one I'm hosting, the Canadian MegFed competition. So we're hosting that here out east at Meg Hill Paintball outside of Moncton in a place called Barry Mills. It's just straight up raw competition. It's not a scenario. There's no backstory. There's no nothing. It's literally just You show up, whistle goes, 5-minute game stops, points. It's competition. There is going to be trophy. There will be maybe prizes. We're still working on that, but I want people to play for the sake of the win. I don't want people playing for the sake of the prizes, because that causes cheating. We ran into that a few years ago. So, yeah, so that's what's coming up. That is only a portion of it. There's still more to come. Operation Honey Badger is been added to the mix. I don't have any graphics for it yet, but we will be doing a special announcement next week for Operation Honey Badger, which I'm very, very excited for. Because there's a secret. I have a secret, and I get to talk about it in a week, and I'm super excited too. Hopefully we can make some cool stuff happen, as well as we'll probably be attending the Battle Royale game at Flag Raiders. So there's a ton of traveling and a ton of games coming up, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. No idea. I'm going to figure it out. It's going to cost me more in plane tickets this year than I'm definitely going to make.
Well,
so
trade-offs.
Yeah, right. So no big deal. Right? No big deal. So that's pretty much all I've got. Any closing words, Jay?
Well, you know what? I just want to thank everybody, and you know what? We do a lot of giveaways and draws and that sort of stuff for our subscribers. So if you go to our website and you toss in your name and your email address, you can become a subscriber, and next draw you'll be automatically entered into it.
Cool.
So we give away some t-shirts and a bunch of other stuff every once in a while. But hey, you know what? We're here to try to help the community and help our veterans, and the only way we can do that is by selling stuff. You know, I don't want to sell you a t-shirt. I want to sell you change. So
bam, that needs to be on a sticker.
Yep. So come buy some change. You know,
I like that. That is graceful. That is fantastic.
And you can look good doing it too.
There, right? Absolutely. I was browsing some of the t-shirts and the hoodies, and I was like, man, I need a new workout hoodie. So I'm just sort of like,
Yeah, and you know, I do some custom stuff for, you know, some friends and family and that sort of stuff around as well. So if you get a hold of me, and if you want some something customized, you know, done for you, let me know. We can work out something, and you know, every sale goes, you know, portion goes to charity, and it helps keep the lights on. So
awesome. Wicked. So for everyone watching, listening, whatnot, go check them out, tactical74.com. Sorry, I meant to ask in the very beginning, what's with the 74?
You know what? That's actually one of my thing most people ask. Well, two reasons. One, it's a good play on Google search terms. There's an AK-74, which is the Russian sniper rifle.
Yeah. And
that generates a lot of hits. So people in our industry, when they're looking for the words tactical, and usually 74 pops up somehow. So It helps us. And it's the year I was born. So
it works all together.
It works all together. So
okay, so you're telling me that I can go look somehow in Canada to go buy a Russian sniper rifle and end up buying chocolate from Nova Scotia? Yeah,
pretty much. That's how that's going to work.
This is great. That's the best marketing ploy ever.
Yeah.
You're like, I've got $2,000 to burn. Yeah, I could totally use a Russian sniper rifle that I don't think can be used in Canada. But I don't know. I don't know enough about the gun laws. Anyways, Jay, thank you for coming on.
Well, thanks for having me
and chatting with us. It was great having you. The stories are fantastic. Looks like Dooley needs a T-shirt with his logo.
I can work that out, Dooley.
See, here we go. Done. So everyone, check them out. Tactical74.com. You can get yourself like a Kydex holster. You can get yourself some pre-workout. You can get yourself some chocolate. You can get yourself there's a bag. You can get T-shirts. Pretty much everything. Like there's very little. Well, I mean, there's a lot that you can't get. But come on now.
We're working on that.
You can buy a holster and chocolate. What more do you need? Jesus, right? It's like a Walmart in Texas.
That's right.
So, everyone who's watched, stuck around, commented, thank you so much for hanging out and chatting with us. for the likes and the shares and the emotes and all that jazz. And for everyone who's listening to this on the podcasting app of your choice, thanks for the download. Thanks for the stream. And if we're not on a podcasting service or a music service that you would like us to be on, let us know, because it's very easy to get it spread around. It's just we're on like 15 or 16 of them now, and I think I'm running out of ones to actually go on. So let us know. If you have any questions or concerns or topics or anything, feel free to shoot us a message at the show. We're always open to ideas and criticisms. May not listen to them, but we're open to them. And that's it. That's all we got. So, again, thanks, everyone. Jay, thank you again so much for coming and hanging out. And everyone, until next week, cheers.